everybody had a good Memorial Day. I know I did with this thing. We went out and did a bunch of burnouts and tore it up with this thing and completely smoked a set of tires. But so there's one video I put together a long time ago, like maybe last summer, that I've been wanting to do on this truck. So I had a bunch of mufflers and resonators that I was going to do like a kind of a, I don't know, just a test on or whatever. You know, showing the different volumes of different setups with mufflers and resonators. And I did eventually build a whole exhaust out of what I had. What the truck has on it right now is different than what I built then. What I had then was an H-pipe setup with side pipes, and then it had mufflers and resonators in it. What it's got on it now is an X-pipe that I put together with just a small set of like Jegs flow pack mufflers, and it's pretty loud now, but at the time the truck was straight piped and I wanted it to be quiet, so this is just a bunch of clips I wanted to throw together of kind of like just, you know, what I was doing at the time. So I thought it was kind of interesting, mufflers versus resonators versus, you know, just mufflers or just resonators. So yeah, so I'm gonna put it all together and I don't know, make like a little, just a video out of it, something, because it's, you know, footage that I have but I've been wanting to put out. So all right, so what I got going on today with this thing, so I got this, it's a 3-inch with an H-pipe exhaust coming off the headers, straight piped at the moment, and it is absurdly loud. So kind of want to tone it down a little bit. So I have right here, this is a full-size Flow Monster muffler. You can see it's like just a straight through. This is a Summit brand, larger style resonator. And this is a Summit brand small resonator. It's kind of like a vibrant bottle resonator type style. And so today I kind of just going through and doing like a test of all three volume wise. Funny enough, the quietest is actually this resonator here, which is quite a bit smaller than this muffler. And so just kind of doing like a combination of a few of them. I think what I'm going to end up doing, I'm probably going to run this muffler with this resonator. Kind of gives the best of everything. So the muffler kind of tones everything down, but still has kind of like this harsh, like you can kind of hear like a snap kind of sound to it when it when the cylinder fires. It's kind of like very thunderous sounding, I guess, but for lack of a better term. And the resonators kind of cut that off. So now, and resonators can make everything quieter too. I know that they're just supposed to do certain sounds, you know, like there's specific frequencies that they kind of go for, but this is actually quieter than this muffler is, in my opinion. But I think the best of everything is kind of this muffler with this resonator, kind of knocks the volume down, and then this gets rid of the harsh tone at the top. So it sounds really good. So we're just gonna throw these on the truck, but I got sound clips, you know, this muffler, this resonator, this muffler with that resonator, these two resonators together, you know, every variation all together. So I'll put those in here in a little bit, but we're gonna cut this up and start throwing this on. it's time to start hacking. Alright, so I got this side all cut out. I have to see if I can slip this one resonator in here and get it welded in. Alright, get it all tacked up. Got the other muffler, resonators on here. Should be ready to just weld it up. I gotta drop it and it should be good to go. Alright, just gotta throw the exhaust back up, get it all fully welded out. So that's welded up. Get this all done. I'm not gonna claim to be a professional welder by any means, but it should be good to go. I figured I'd show you guys. So this is what was on the truck a while back. This is a 2.5 inch with an X pipe, and just had a small set of resonators in it. And this is pretty loud. It was all the way out the back. You can kind of see where I get the roll hoops there, but so kind of wanted to change it up. So this is a 3 inch with the H, obviously. So it's got that 408 in it now. I think it's making a little too much power for the 2.5. That's kind of why I wanted to go with a 3. But I was running a straight pipe because I wasn't gonna take it to the track like that. But man, it's just so loud I can't even do it. So all right, we'll get this buttoned up. Also, when I started this video, so I was gonna run the small resonators up here after putting them on though, like with just them in that spot. They're way louder than I thought they were gonna be, so I put the bigger ones on. Yeah, so I guess resonator placement really, I guess, makes a big difference. I mean, I would think if this was further back here, it would make a lot more of a difference than it does up there. So maybe the exhaust has so much energy up at the front that it just doesn't have enough time to really deaden it in the resonator as much. Not really sure. So, and I'll tell you what is the craziest part of all of this stuff with the exhaust. So this truck, when I first put it together, I had a 2.5 inch exhaust on it with an X pipe and a small set of resonators. And when I upgraded from my 360 to my 408, I had noticed that when I did a 3 inch just collector extension on these headers and just ran it open headers at the track, the truck picked up like, I think 0.2 of a second and a quarter with a stop stroke 360. Well, now it's got 408 in it, so it's making, 200 more horsepower. And so with the 2.5 inch exhaust, I think the best time I ran with it was like a 12:05. And then when I did the 3 inch exhaust, the one that I just showed you with the H pipe and everything, I think it picked up from that to the best I ever ran with was 1165 at 117. So this thing picked up a ton. With that, it picked up 3 or 4 tenths just with the exhaust. Going from 2.5 to 3 inch. So it's pretty crazy what a difference in exhaust size could be if you have something that's restrictive. You wouldn't think that basically a straight through 2.5 inch exhaust would be real restrictive, but apparently it is if you got enough horsepower. So I would think if you got something making like 500-ish horsepower, 3 inch exhaust is definitely worth doing. So this right here is the exhaust that I did build. And you can see these are 2 large Summit brand resonators that I had on that. And then these are Flow Monster, just their large 3 inch mufflers that they make. They're pretty cheap actually. I think I've only paid like $40 a piece for them or something, but this exhaust actually sounded pretty good. It was just kind of quiet, and I get tired of quiet after a while. It's probably not the easiest to see, but that's like an 18 inch Jegs flow pack muffler, and then you can see from there it gets that X pipe up to the headers. So there's the X pipe, and it just runs out the sides, and then I got them like slash cut to be flush with the side of the truck. So that's the current exhaust that's on it. It's a lot louder than that H pipe setup, but it sounds pretty wicked. So I got all these clips. I'm gonna put them all together, and you guys can check it out and see what you think of all these different mufflers and resonators, I guess. far. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed all those exhaust clips. Consider giving my channel a like, subscribe, and maybe sharing the video. And check out the playlist I got on here. I got some for the Barracuda we got, some for this Dart, I got some for the truck. You know, so I got all kinds of videos and stuff. Getting close to hitting 2,000 subscribers. Seems like I just hit 1,000 the other day, but you know, I'm back. I took a little break there for a little bit because kind of needed it. You know, get too busy after a while. But yeah, should be making more videos here soon. So come on back, keep on watching.